All right. We now welcome on to the show another special guest. This is actually our second time having on. We had some trouble with the first recording. Will's microphone was bugging out, but we're happy he is joining us again. It is Patrick Weah. Thank you for joining us today, Patrick.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Patrick. So before we jump into the interview, we are going to do some quick hitting questions. I'm gonna run through them like rapid fire, and then you can just give like one or two word or just like really, really quick answers. All right, You ready? All right. Favorite song on Drake's newest release?
What's the song with Baby?
I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but that shit was fire.
Once it needs.
Yeah, that's fire. All right. Who's your idol growing up? Could be soccer or not soccer.
Ronaldinho.
Do you prefer living in Liberia or living in the US?
In the United States, for sure.
What's the next vacation that you plan on going on?
Florida with the team.
Team LeBron or Team KD for the NBA All-Star game?
Team KD.
How much of your screen time is spent on TikTok on a daily basis?
I don't have TikTok.
Oh yeah?
My screen time is mostly on YouTube.
Yeah, don't get TikTok. It's a trap. Favorite athlete of all time? I'm gonna guess this is the same as your idol.
Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do you wash your apples before you eat them, or do you just jump in and eat them?
It depends. I don't know. Like I just eat them. Yeah.
If I give you 1 hour to cook the best meal that you possibly can, what meal are you going for?
I cannot cook. Mac and cheese in the cup. Okay.
Straight out the box.
Yeah, ramen noodles.
All right. What is the worst flavor of ice cream in your opinion?
I really don't eat ice cream, so I don't really know what's bad and what's good.
You're on that healthy wave. Best kind of pizza. Like what's the style? What are your toppings?
Sausage pizza.
Nice. And last one, do you have any nicknames that you are called by either friends or teammates or family?
Yeah, my middle name is Chocho. That's what they call me. That's what my mom and parents call me.
Gotcha.
That's my teammates.
Yeah, that's all I got. So you just signed with Minnesota. First of all, congrats on that.
Thank you.
So was that a homegrown contract or what are the details of that?
Yeah, it's a homegrown contract. So it's like 4+1. It's like 4 guarantee plus 1 option. So yeah, it's a basic homegrown contract.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what was that kind of like? Because you started out, you were at St. Louis, you were playing with St. Louis this year. Mm-hmm. And then in the middle of the season, you signed that contract. So what was kind of like that process like for you?
So for me, I knew it was been pending for a long time. So they were working on it during the fall. And then there was something with US soccer, they had to figure it out. And then that was taking long. That took about a couple months. And then spring season comes. It finally went through. And then, yeah, I was like, they signed me and I came back here.
So are you out of St. Louis now? You're back home in Minnesota?
Yeah, I am.
Nice. I mean, you started out pretty hot with Minnesota, or not Minnesota, sorry, St. Louis. You scored in your first game and then.
Yeah.
How many games did you play for them?
2 or 3 games. I think it was 3 games or 2. Can't remember.
How many goals did you bag with them?
I had a goal and an assist in 2 or 3 games. I can't really tell if it was 2 or 3.
Were you starting for them?
Yeah, I was. Funny thing is, I don't know if I can say this. The first game I didn't start because, I forgot to go to class. So that's the punishment there. If you don't go to class, you get your minute cuts.
Damn.
Yeah,
so
that is what it is.
Class?
Huh?
Yeah. Are you online or in person?
In person.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't go there to play school, right? It's all good. You got your contract. So what was like the conversation with like the coaching staff when like obviously you were playing well for them, you were starting, you're only a freshman, you're 17 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're only 17. You're there. You're starting. They think they have a gem. You're gonna be scoring goals, getting assists and stuff for them for the season. And then halfway through, you're out and signing a contract. Was that like a tough conversation to have with the coaching staff, or did they always kind of know that
Yeah.
that was something that was gonna happen?
Yeah, they thought it was going to happen in the summer. Like I didn't want it to tell them until it was official. So like a week before I knew it was going to be official, I called coach and told him. And then we have a Zoom meeting with the other coaches. It was like they were really like appreciative and like thankful for me and stuff. Like obviously they want me to be there, but they said if that's a better option path for me and my family, I should take it any day. So like they weren't mad. They wish they could have me, but like at the end of the day, they want the best for me. So they say I can go.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, it's like they got your best interest at just in consideration.
Yeah.
Sorry, go for it, Will.
Yeah, and they must have been expecting that, like even when you went in, because I remember the last time we spoke, you said that you had something kind of in the works with Minnesota before you went to college, but it kind of fell through with COVID and everything. And you were training with the first team before you went to college, but because of COVID, only signed players could be training with the first team. So I'm guessing they kind of like knew you weren't going to be there for very long in the first place when you went there.
They didn't think it was going to be in the middle of the season. They thought it was going to be in the summer. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. So now, I mean, now you're with that, or you're out of St. Louis now, Minnesota. What has it been like? Have you been talking to anybody on the team, any players or anything? I mean, you said you're going down to Florida, but
Yeah. I already knew most of the guys. Like I'm really close with Yano Grey Goose. Like he's like a big brother. He's like, he called me Weah. He's like, after every practice, before every practice, we're gonna stay and train. We're gonna get you to outwork your potential and be at the top. And I just appreciate what Yana does. Like it's an everyday thing. Every day after practice, we're training hard, getting extra time in and working with the vest and ankle I mean, what's in wooded ankles thing? I don't know, ankle weights. Yeah,
Ankle weights.
yeah, the vest. We're working with Yano. Is that European mentality he has? It's like big ups to him.
How much older is he than you?
I think he's 30 or 20.
30. Oh,
He's
damn. So he kind
early
of taking
30.
you under your wing then, huh?
Yeah, either early 30 or late 20s. Yeah.
So he's been there, done that. He's experienced.
Yeah.
What's like one thing that you've learned from him that you think will stick with you and help you kind of progress through your career?
I mean, we haven't been together a lot, but just the work ethic. It's like working on your game before and after, like being a professional, taking care of your body, like drinking right, sleeping right, waking up early, and doing extra work to get you better and working on your game.
Do you track like how much you sleep each night? Like, is that something you keep track of?
Yeah. So I was supposed to sleep 9 hours, at least 8 to 9 hours, but not over that.
Yeah.
But like it's also the consistency of sleep. Like you gotta get that same 9 hours, like go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. If you do that a lot, you don't need an alarm clock to like wake you up. You just wake up automatically.
Is that something that Minnesota has you doing, or is that something that you kind of track on your own?
That's something Minnesota has me doing.
Gotcha.
Wait, but so how do you stay disciplined with that? Because I feel like, especially for myself, like for anybody in general, that's just important to get consistent amount of sleep every night. But I mean, I feel like I have a tough time being consistent with it. Like what has been key for you to being consistent with that?
For me, as soon as like I get tired around like 10 o'clock and I just go to bed. So I'd be like dead tired. So I try my hardest. Like after training, I know it's hard. I try my best to not take naps. So like, and if I'm taking a nap, it's gonna be like 30 minutes to an hour, not long naps. And then so I can go to bed at the same time every night. Sometimes I'm gonna be a minute or two over it, but it's not like a big amount of time.
Yeah. So you said you're going down to Florida with Minnesota. Is that where your preseason is? You guys are getting out of the cold Minnesota.
Yeah, we play a USL team, Columbus Crew, FC Cincinnati, and Orlando.
And when is that? Is that soon?
That's March. We get there on March 23rd, and first game is on the 27th.
Gotcha.
So what are you doing in your time leading up to that now? I mean, you got like 2 weeks about.
Yeah.
Are you training or just relaxing?
we're training hard, like just getting fit and getting game fit and stuff. So getting touches on the ball, getting sharpness, and like just both mentally and physically getting prepared for Orlando.
Is that like individual stuff, or who are you training
Yeah.
with right now?
It's what the team, like obviously me and Grey Goose does, we do our own thing like before and after practice. So like getting extra working with them too.
Gotcha. So what are kind of like, this is going to be your first season as a professional. Do you have any expectations going into it, or like what are your goals for the season or for 2021 as a whole, I guess?
My goal for 2021 is to get playing time, like do everything as possible to help the team win. That's my goal. Is like if coach puts me in at any time, like I'm ready to take that position and play hard and work hard. I know I'm young, but like I also want to be like I also have high expectation for myself. Like I don't want to be that young kid. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he has time to develop. I've been in practice, I see in the level, and I'm doing well in practice. So I see how it is. And I feel like I keep working hard and doing my best. And like with God grace, I can be a starter and help the team win games.
Have you had conversations with the coaching staff kind of on where they see you fitting in right off the start? Like, do they see you getting minutes and contributing, or is it more like they're kind of not really telling you because they want you to work hard and kind of earn that spot?
I haven't. I only had 2 training sessions. So like they haven't gotten to see me in like a saying yet with the players yet. So I had a lot of physical and medicals to do. I just got clear like 2 days ago, and I had 2 sections with the boys. So next week is really gonna tell. Like that's where I really gotta like show myself and prove myself.
Yeah. Do you know what number you're gonna have?
Yeah, I'm number 29.
Number 29.
Yeah.
Was that your choice, or was that just what they gave you?
It's a choice that I chose because of the Bible scripture. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. It says, "For all I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." So that's why I chose that number.
If you could choose like any number, say they literally said you pick whatever number you want, what would that number have been for you?
29.
29 is just your number.
Yeah, that's what I chose. Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
awesome.
I love it. I love it. You got your own like signature number now too.
Yeah.
I mean, it has like personal meaning and like
Yeah.
so that's
Is that what you wore at St. Louis?
Nah, St. Louis, I didn't have a choice. They just gave me a number.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you must be definitely the youngest one on the team, right?
No, I'm the second youngest.
Second. Wow.
They have a goalkeeper that's a 04 named Fred Emmons.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Dude, my youngest brother's an 04. That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. That scares me. I feel old. I'm only 20. I feel like I'm an old man when you got people 4 years. I mean, you're 3 years younger than me, more or less. You're out here signing pro contracts. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Making me feel like an old man.
Yeah. So do you feel like, I mean, you said you've been like friends with the one guy, like you guys have been training. Do you think it's for you, is it easier to become like friends more like off the field? I'm talking like more off the field here. Is it easier for you to get like befriend the guys that are older or younger, or like is it not matter?
The guys are super cool. They're like the energy is like you don't have to be like hold back and hold your personality back. Like everybody like is expressing themselves, is like having fun, joking around. So you feel comfortable in that scene. So like all the guys are welcoming me. They're friendly. They want the best for you. So like it's super cool and like easy to fit in that scenario, like settings.
Yeah,
So.
that's cool. And then I guess now more on the field, then like obviously moving up from a D1 program like St. Louis to a professional environment like Minnesota. What was when you first got on the Minnesota? I mean, you've trained with them before, right? But when you first, now you've had 2 practices under your belt. What was like? Was there a moment where you're like, oh, like this is like a bit higher level, like I got to turn it on? Like, was that your initial reaction when you first stepped on the field?
No, not necessarily, because like you said, I trained with them, so I was expecting that. And when I first trained with them, I had that thought in my mind, like from coming from the academy to the first team, I was like, yeah, you gotta play quicker now. It's like you can do stuff you were gonna do with like little kids, you know, like you gotta think quicker, you gotta play smarter, you gotta like decision making has to be faster. But like as soon as I started training with them, I got used to it. And then like I expected that level. So yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I kind of want to backtrack now to kind of like the story of your life. So you were born and raised in Liberia, and then
Yeah,
you moved to the US when you were 7 years old.
yeah.
What was that transition like for you and your family, and from a soccer perspective, and also like an off the field perspective?
Well, obviously there was a lot of tension in Liberia and like war going on. Like I was too young to remember anything, but like as my parents were telling me stories and stuff that I like, the only thing I remember is just us playing soccer a lot in Liberia, and how the religion there is like we played soccer religiously, and then the culture is like everybody wants to play soccer and like everybody dreams to become a professional. And my family got lucky enough to win a lottery visa, which is very rare to do. My grandparents actually did that in 2000. They came here and then they spent 11 years here. And in 2011, they sent for us, me, my brother, and me and my brothers. I'm the middle child, and my mom. And we came over here. And then soccer here is like, it's not, in Minnesota, wasn't as taken as seriously as Liberia, obviously, with like hockey. Hockey is the main sport here. Main sport.
In Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, hockey is the main sport. It's hockey, football, and basketball. So
Wait, so let me ask you this: have you ever played hockey?
no,
Hell no.
Can you ice skate though?
no, I cannot do none of that. No.
We're like, because I mean, obviously, growing up in Minnesota, like I assume a lot of the people you knew played hockey, right?
Yeah, a lot of my friends play hockey.
Would they ever try to get you out there, or were you
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
nah,
it's
soccer?
funny. I've been busting my ass a little bit, like a couple of times on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you said you have two brothers. You're the middle. Your older brother, is he
Clarence.
still with Clarence? Yeah, is he still with Sporting Kansas City?
Nah, he's going to college this year. He's going to Drake University.
Okay. And then how old is your younger brother?
He's 9 years old.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is he a player as well? Is he trying to
Nah,
follow in your guys' footsteps?
he's a hooper.
Oh yeah.
He literally does everything. He's like play football, basketball, soccer. Yeah, so like,
So he's fully Americanized, huh?
yeah,
That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, because he came over here when he was younger, then, huh?
yeah.
So,
He was 3 months old when he came here.
Okay.
Yeah, so he grew up in that system with like they go to recess, they were playing football or basketball.
Yeah, no one's playing soccer at recess.
Yeah,
That's the tough part about America.
yeah.
Never played soccer at recess.
I did a little bit. I feel like
Yeah, that's true. I guess a little bit, but it was like mostly like wiffle ball. I feel like basketball.
yeah.
At least for me, it was like a lot of wiffle ball.
Football's
Football.
pretty popular. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of football.
Yeah. But you got the soccer. You soccer straight from the
Yeah.
Liberian influences, huh?
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So you obviously you are a Weah. You are the nephew of sorry, what's this? I can't think of Patrick, sorry. And then
Oh.
the
George and Timothy.
George. Oh my God. You're
Come on, Will.
I'm sorry. That was a brain fart. And then you are the cousin of Tim.
Yeah.
So like what does that name mean to you? I know that the last time we spoke to you, you said you want to make a name for yourself, which is really awesome to see that you now have signed your first professional contract. But like what is that name for you? And do you feel pressure to kind of like live up to it, or have you fully kind of turned that name off and really focus on making your own name for yourself?
Yeah, I really just, I mean, obviously it's the way I name, so he's gonna give me some things, but I'm not relying on that. So like, it's gonna be there because I cannot control it. It happened. So, like you said, I'm trying to make a name for myself. It's like, well, I'm not trying to live up to expectations. I set my own expectations and I try to achieve my expectations, regardless of my name being where or not. So.
Yeah.
I can't believe I called George Weah Patrick Weah when I'm literally speaking to Patrick Weah.
Patrick Weah is gonna be better than him.
Yeah, future Ballon d'Or winner.
But God's great.
100%.
Inshallah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I remember also the last time we spoke, you said that you aren't very close with Tim.
No.
Have you been able to get in contact with him since then, or forge any relationship with him, or spoken to your uncle at all?
No, I'm not as close as everybody think I am to them. So like, it's like they're in their immediate family, and then it's me and my family. So like, it's not as close as people think we are. But like, maybe we can form that relationship when I'm like in like doing really good things in the future.
Yeah.
Once you're over in Europe. You and Tim can start hanging out.
Yeah, that's the
So
goal.
I'm curious, is George still the president of Liberia?
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to like kind of what you're saying about like you have like your own expectations for yourself. And I mean, like a year ago now is like kind of when like coronavirus hit and
Mhm.
everything. And like, I feel like that kind of like a lot of people just like made them like evaluate like where they're at, I guess. When that kind of happened, did you set like a goal for yourself? You were like, oh, like a year from now, I want to be a professional, or
Yeah.
like I want to sign my first contract. Was that like, yeah.
Yeah. So after the DA season, and I see all those kids like making it that I'm better than, I'm like, I can do this. Like, definitely. It's like, and I was like, set the goal. Like, I read it in my notepad. 2021, sign the first team deal. Doesn't matter where. And then the first goal was, it's like I have like in my notepad, I have like a Bible scripture. It's like Matthew 10, verse 7. It says, asking will be given to you, seeking you'll find, and knocking the door be open to you. And then underneath that, I have my first goal is to buy my mama a house. And then the second goal was to sign a first team deal. And the third goal was to start and be a starter. And then my other goal was to play in Europe top 3 leagues. And my fifth goal is to have enough money and resources to provide for those who are less fortunate than I am. So I had that goal set way before college. So, and now I can cross some of them off. So, and focus on achieving the other ones.
So do you have your own place in Minnesota, or are you living at home with your parents, or like what's your living situation like right now?
So I'm living with my coach right now until I can find my own apartment, maybe for a year or two, maybe. And it's funny because in Minnesota, I live in 2 places. I live where my mom lives, which is like the real bad side of Minnesota. And then my coach, my soccer coach, my youth soccer coach, when we were like young, he took me in. He didn't want me to be in that situation. So he brought me to the suburbs. So like to play soccer for him. Now he's not playing soccer, he's just working with his company. I mean, not coaching soccer. So I was just going from his house to my mom's house in between that. So right
And
now,
that's
yeah.
Caden Clark's house, right? Is that who you're referring to? Caden Clark's
No,
dad?
no,
Because
it's
you
not.
didn't you live with him at some
Yeah,
point?
yeah, I did. I lived with Kaden for a summer and his family. They're a really cool family there.
Do
Really
you
cool dad.
still keep in touch with Caden? Because you guys are gonna be playing
Yeah,
each other now this year. It's gonna
yeah,
be crazy. Two
that's my
17-year-olds.
goal. Yeah, we were training together too when he was back here with his dad. So
Uh-huh. Wait, I'm a little, is it the Minnesota United coach, or is it a different coach?
it's my club coach from way back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay. I was
Is that
gonna be like, is that weird? Like being around your Minnesota coach like all the time, but
so? Is that where you're at right now?
yeah.
You're okay. Awesome. Nice.
yeah. So I mean, um, what's like this training schedule right now? Are you guys training every single day?
Yeah, we train from Monday to Friday, and Saturday we have like a recovery section, and then Sunday is a day off.
Mm-hmm.
We repeat.
What time are you guys training at? So your sleep
Yeah.
schedule, you go to bed at what, 10, and you wake up at what time?
I wake up at like 7, and then I'm at the facility, so I gotta be there early to get training in before. So I get there at like, I shower, get there at like 8, start training at 8:30 with Yano, and on my own sometimes too. And then training activities, and then we have activation. We got breakfast, and then activation is at 10, and then 10 to 10:30 is training. No, 10:30. We'll do activation for 30 minutes, and then 10:30 is training when training starts. And then after training with the coaches, and we have a gym section in the afternoon. And then after the gym section, boom, Yano come get me. We go train again on our own. Yeah.
Damn. So you're doing a lot. Your day is just straight soccer.
Yeah, and I come home and have nothing else to do.
Yeah. What are you doing to like fill up your time at home?
Yes,
A lot of YouTube.
it's boring. Like, I mean, I love it, but like after soccer is just boring. It's like just have nothing else to do. Just sit around. I watch a lot of soccer games too and try to learn that and watch a lot of film.
Yeah.
And then just watch a lot of Netflix too until I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired and go to bed.
Who right now? Who's your favorite team to watch?
My favorite team to watch. I mean, my favorite team is Manchester United. My favorite team to watch is probably Bayern. Lewandowski.
You watched the game today? This
Yeah,
morning?
I watched that. I learned a lot from today's game. It's like the
Yeah.
different style of play between Haaland and Lewandowski. It's like,
Oh my God, yeah, two of the
Yeah.
best strikers in the world right now going
Yeah.
against each other. Crazy.
yeah, I
What,
try to
five goals between them today?
I try to study their game a lot and try to take like their positioning, the run off the ball, and
Mhm.
try to take that away from them and implement it into my own game.
So obviously them two are like every striker's role models, but who would you say you model your game off of most, or like who's your style most comparable to of players that are playing right now?
I would say like I'm big into the Brazilian style of play, so I try to like I try to like my game is model my game after Neymar. It's like dribbling, like rainbows and all that, like the flair. But also like Brazilian Ronaldo too is like all that stuff. So I'm just inspired by the Brazilians. So I try to
So
implement their games into my game.
are you comfortable playing on the wing then too?
Yeah, I can play on the wing.
Would you say, but you would say number 9 is your preferred position?
Nah, I just started playing number 9 like a year ago.
Yeah.
I've been a left winger my whole life. Like just been playing there. And then DA season, I was the big guy, so I have to be on top. So yeah, so and then they put me on top and I started playing. So I can play anywhere from left wing to right wing to the 10 and the 9. But I prefer my best position, in my opinion, is left wing. So I can
What about Minnesota? What do they view as your best position, or where do they see you kind of fitting in?
not we can that hasn't been established yet. So they know I'm a striker and they see the speed and technical abilities in me. So like I don't know. It's their decision to make based off what I do and perform in practice. So
But that's good though. I mean, it's not like a lot of people, they're like pigeonholed into one position and then they got to
yeah,
fight for that one spot, but you can
yeah,
play anywhere in the attack. It
yeah,
really opens up your options a lot more. And you're
yeah.
also like a weapon for the team because you're so versatile, kind of fill in wherever is needed and do
Thank
like
you.
a couple roles for the team.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
On Instagram, I've seen a couple videos of you like dribbling and like
Just violating people.
yeah. What's going through your head? Like when you're doing that in your head, or you're like, oh, this is gonna be like a highlight, like right here, or like what's going on?
Nah, so I learned this from like it's a psychologist, like a soccer like psychologist. He said before every game you should write 3 things on your like you need to like focus on that make you a good player. And one of them is like flair for me. It's
Mhm.
like you gotta show it there, you gotta show your flair, awareness, like awareness, flair, and like energy, and have fun. That's my like 3 or 4 things I write down. And then he said, imagine a player in your head. And that player for me is Neymar or Brazilian Ronaldo, depending on the day. And then he said one word that describes you is like that's like having fun. So like I have all that prepared before every game, even in practices. So like in my head, when I go to sleep before the game, I'm visualizing stuff. It's like I visualize and see like myself doing all that like moves and stuff and dribbling. And then when it happens in the game, it's like I'm laughing, like jumping around, having fun with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a highlight. It's gonna be posted.
So
Yeah,
are
it's
you
not-
before you do it, is it like just straight
Yeah,
instinct or is it like in your head like I'm going to do this?
it's just instant too. It's like boom. Like in my head, I had a couple of moves like already wrote down, like drawing down, but like in the moment, it's just instant.
What are those moves for you? Those like go to like crazy flare moves.
My go-to move is the elastico. It's like learned that from Ronaldinho. I saw him did it a lot, and I was inspired. I was like, I gotta learn that. I mastered it going that way. Nah, I've mastered going the other way. So it's like a counter move.
So inside out and outside in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear the mental preparation because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that, but there is a lot
Yeah.
that goes into it, right?
Yeah, it is.
So,
Like I did.
so
Go
you
ahead.
said you write down 3 things.
Yeah.
How consistent are they? Like, are they changing pretty often from game to game, or like
Yeah.
what really determines what you write down there?
It depends on the team we were playing, the shape, their position. But like it's 3 things we gotta write down. So it's called it's like it's called game phase or game script. So we write it down like 3 things you write down, boom, boom, boom. And then you have to have an animal or a player. Like you can either be a lion or wolf or like Ronaldo or like Ronaldinho. So you just boom, it gets you in the mind. Like the mindset is like you visualizing stuff happening. It's crazy because it's actually work. Because I have a story. I remember we're playing Dallas Cup with my club team, and I was just visualizing scoring a header. Somehow I was just visualizing scoring a header, and then boom, in the finals I score a header. It's like, whoa, that works. It's like actually, and then I started doing it a lot, and it really helps too.
Yeah.
So is it like
actually we had not last was it no 2 weeks ago, Christina Berkerman, she plays in the Mexican league, and she was saying the same thing. She like does a lot of like visualization before games, like the night before, like even like in the locker room before. So I think a lot of people are doing that. God, I should start doing that. Will, you should do that for your game tomorrow.
a game tomorrow? Yeah. No. So when you're playing against a team, are you like, all right, this right back is trash, I'm gonna be making him look like a fool all game? Is that kind of like your mindset going in, or is it kind of just like on a case by case basis, whatever happens?
Nah, I just go in the game and whoever I'm playing against, I'm like fearless. It's like, okay, yeah. And the problem, like the thing with me is like I'm not afraid to make mistakes, you know? Like I'll make a mistake dribbling, but like that also affect my decision making. But like I also try to make the good decision and know when to dribble and when not to dribble. It's like if I'm going against a right back, it's like, or anybody, it's like I don't care who you are. You can be Sergino Des, Alfonso Davis, or whoever I'm going at, and I don't fear nobody. So like,
He's taking your ankles.
yeah, that's my mindset going against anybody. Like I don't care if you be in the league for 10 years, you're a veteran or anything. I'm still gonna do a move on you that gonna make me go by you and help my team win. So.
So I got a question. It says on the Minnesota United website, fictional character you want to meet is Patrick Star. Why Patrick Star?
Man, that was back in the day. I didn't even know. I was just like putting stuff down. I just want to get that stuff done with.
Yeah, wait, and then next one is your bucket list item is to clean your room.
Yeah, I just put that down. Like I don't know. I'm just going through things. I was like, I had a lot of stuff to fill out. I was like, it's just type.
Whatever. Yeah. You didn't think it was gonna be on the internet, right?
Yeah. And they posted it.
Yeah, we gotta update that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, are like why Patrick Star though? Is that like what just first?
Patrick Star just seems like a chill guy.
When I heard fictional character, I was like SpongeBob, Patrick Star.
That's the best. That's the best cartoon. Best childhood cartoon for sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
Man. All right. I mean, that's all I got, Will.
Yeah, I'm good too. I think we can.
Yeah, dude. Patrick, thank you for coming on today. We're glad we got you on. Like, glad you signed your contract too. Like, it's big news, and we're wishing you the best of luck in the next like end of the month. You know.
Yeah, you got that killer mindset and so much talent. So I'll be excited to see you taking defenders' ankles all season this year, scoring a lot of goals.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you guys.